everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Ravens going up against the Bills.
Thank you, Larry. Winter just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Operating from the gun. Griffith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Right. He's done right. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone.
They'll look to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down. look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Griffith got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Running left is Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing. Over Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw. Griffith. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
play fake. Griffith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Let's go. 3-19. Back on that belly. Here we go. Here we go.
Play clock winding down. Throwing on first down. Griffith. That's caught out left by Perriman. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Set. Over. Leopard. Let's go. 3-19. Over.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. On 1st down, Griffith throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. second down, just 1 yard to go.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-99, here we go.
From the gun, Griffith. Buying time to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, over. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Here we go now.
Back to throw. Griffith. Steps away to his left. Able to the ball comes out. And the Bills have recovered.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra, try and jostle the arm of the runner and knock it free. And that's what we just saw there.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now back to throw. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Tim Williams, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Kamale Correa in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down, Griffith. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third down, Griffith. He sets up the screen to Jones. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 11.
Detroit! All right, here we go. All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On first and 10, Griffith, a dump underneath to Jones. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue. No, check. Patriot. Gone.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Green, 39.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he puts it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Buffalo after this. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That one good for 12 yards. And they're going to face a third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down. Griffith. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Off play action. Griffith. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and short.
I like the play action there on 2nd and short, partner. You try and convince those safeties you're going to run for it. Hit them with that play action. Looks like a run. And then try and go over the top. Didn't work, but I like the play call.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Griffith trying to lay one up deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kamale Correa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Bills on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Bills on 3rd down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 46. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake. Griffith forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A give to Jones. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go. 3-19.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Now Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the I. On 3rd down, that's Harrison, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Bills on 3rd down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Watch left. Here we go. All right, now look at 50 seconds. Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's go. 4 down. Let's go.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal from the 10. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And his kick here is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He'll put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go. Check. Richard. Gun. Set.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Let's go now. Let's go. 19. No. Check. Patriots.
On 1st down, Griffith. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Now let's go. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
The play clock's running down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the gun, Griffith. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. The give is to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Look to throw here. He finds Brown, complete. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Tyus Bowser in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. intercepted a third time. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Baltimore, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.